Welcome back. I'm Helen.
I'm James.
And we are global nomads. And in 2024, we sold everything we owned to retire early and travel full time. As part of our 2-month stay in Malaysia, we decided to take a side trip from Kuala Lumpur up to Ipoh. And Ipoh is the second largest city in Malaysia. And we went there for 3 nights.
3 nights.
Took the train up there. So this video is going to be about what we did there, what we saw there. During our time there, we also took a side trip to the Cameron Highlands as well.
On our way to Ipoh.
Thank you. Good morning from KL Sentral. We just got in a grab and we are waiting for our train, ready to head to Ipoh.
A new place for us.
A new place for us, yes. There's like a waiting area here. We had to scan our tickets to come through, and then it's like a gate area where you wait before you get on the train. Or at least that's what we think anyway. I guess we'll find.
Or we could just be standing
we could just be sitting here for no reason.
Random people.
You had to scan your ticket to come through here, so we're working on the basis that that's what we have to do. We'll see. Yeah. No level boarding. We made it. We think we are on the right train anyway. No, we're pretty sure we are. So we are on the express train. So 2 hours and we should be there, and it's very full. It looks very full.
It's at
the rear facing seats.
The rear facing
Everybody
seats.
wanting to sit going forward, I guess. So.
Don't choose row 12.
No, because you've got no window. But never mind. Never mind. On the way back, hopefully we got a window. So we got a little tray table. Good leg room. Or footrest, yeah. Footrest as well.
It's springy.
It's springy, but it's okay. It's a footrest. And in true Helen style, half a window, because there was no way of knowing.
After a couple of hours, we arrived in Ipoh train station. It's well worth a look. It's quite a pretty and picturesque building. And then we went from there, jumped in a grab, and we headed to our hotel.
So this hotel is now branded as a Marriott, but it was actually purpose-built by a Chinese-owned company, and unfortunately it did close just prior to COVID. I don't think COVID was actually the trigger for it closing. And then Marriott took it over and had basically refurbished it, and I believe it only reopened again last year. So everything is fairly modern and new. There is a large area for breakfast, a large restaurant that is open just for breakfast. And there's also a Chinese kind of Asian fusion restaurant in there as well, which we did eat at one evening, just for ease. It was pretty okay.
Pretty affordable.
Yeah, it was pretty affordable. It was reasonable, pretty nice. I think that restaurant though I think is part of a better known chain as well in Asia. It was okay though. There is also a rooftop swimming pool which didn't appear to be open at the time we were there. We couldn't decide if it was closed just because there was a wedding going on that top floor, because there's some function space there as well. On one of the lower levels, I think it was floor 6, there's also another pool though which was open, and we saw people in there fairly regularly. But it's quite a fairly modern hotel, nicely decorated. Staff in the main were very friendly too. So we did pay for this stay, even though we do have Marriott points, and actually if you watch our videos you'll know we usually use points. For this day though we did pay because it was around about $70 a night US, including breakfast, so it wasn't worth using points for. It wasn't a good use of points. So welcome to Ipoh eventually. The train was about 15 minutes late, which was okay. It wasn't a bad ride.
Not the most comfortable seat.
Yeah, my bum was definitely going a bit numb at the end, but it was okay. There was a cafe car on board as well. So
only took cash though.
Oh, it did only take cash.
Yeah, 3 ringgits for a coffee, 5 ringgits for a sandwich. You had the choice between tuna or cheese.
Okay, so it was pretty cheap as well. The coffee came with sugar. You didn't get a choice.
Nescafe.
It wasn't instant. Well, that was okay, but it was more that it came with sugar.
Yes.
It was okay though, it was hot because it was cold. So if you are going to do that train, make sure you have a sweater with you as well, because it was freezing cold. So we got to the hotel. We're here at the AC Hotel, which I think is pretty new. It's a Marriott. And we got excited because they told us they'd upgraded us to a junior suite, which was great. However, be aware that all the junior suites here are interior rooms. I guess the hotel must be shaped with like a little courtyard. I don't really know.
Well, we can't see a courtyard though, can you?
No.
It's
literally like, it looks like a shaft.
Yeah. Like
a 3-foot square shaft that the window looked into. So it was pitch black in there and felt like you were in a cupboard. So we politely asked to move rooms, even though that's taken about half an hour. They did move us. So we'll give you a quick room tour. So we're just in a standard room now. We have got a nice view. We'll show you the view in a sec. We do have a nice view of the mountains. And then I guess we're going to go and get something to eat. Very quick room tour. So first of all, as we mentioned, the first room they gave us was in the courtyard. So you can kind of see here. So it was one of these rooms here. And this little gap you can see here is like an interior courtyard. And I say courtyard, it's literally like a 3-foot by 3-foot shaft, so there's no light comes into it. Like when we walked in, I'm like, why is the window black? I thought they'd put like a film on it, like, because there is a window, but it looks into this shaft. So it was really, really dark. I didn't want to stay in there. If you've ever stayed in an interior room on a cruise ship and you like that, well then you'd like these rooms. But it felt very claustrophobic to me. Anyway, we're in a standard room now, so I'll give you a very quick look around. So as we come in, we've got the bathroom to our left. It's pretty small, but it's okay. It has everything. Nice little counter space though. The usual stuff, loo, and a pretty decent sized shower. It looks like they took the baths out and they've replaced it with a shower. Big rain head shower. If you're tall though, it looks like, not that we have that problem, but it looks like if you're taller than maybe about 5'9", 5'10", you might have to duck to get in there. But it's all nice and new. Apparently the Grab driver was telling us this used to be a different hotel, and I think Marriott took it over fairly recently and have rebranded it. So everything does look fairly new. So then we've got this giant chaise, if you want to do chaise things. go. Nice desk area. Pretty decent sized desk. It's a pretty decent sized room with all the usual stuff, TV and light and king size bed, and feels nice and soft. And I guess because it's new, it looks like either side of the bed there's USB-C and outlets as well, so that's good. We can both charge. And a little drawer so that you can actually use it, not just a little table.
Are they USB-A as well?
Is it an A, C?
A and C?
Oh yeah, A and a C and a 3-pin plug. Like I said, everything's very new. The aesthetic in here is really nice. Open closet area with some drawers, some slippers, small safe. It looks like you'd get a laptop in there though. Yeah, you'd get maybe like a 14 or 15-inch laptop in there. Tea kettle, some instant coffee. You coffee lovers will not like this, but us Brits love it because we can make tea. Although there's no milk, we'll have to ask for milk. And the fridge, which is empty. Doesn't feel very cold, but it's coldish. You know, they call it a cooler, they don't call it a fridge there. And then we've got a view out of these. I don't know what this building used to be. I'm going to look it up because I have a feeling, judging by these windows, it maybe was an industrial building that they converted into a hotel, but I'm going to look it up. And then we've got a view out over the town and the mountains in the distance. So this room's pretty nice actually. It's pretty airy. Does everything we need. It's got nice high ceilings. The other room was freezing cold, so I'm guessing the AC should be pretty good too. It's hot in here. We turned it off because you can hear it over on the video. But anyway, so there we go. AC Hotel in Ipoh.
The thing that Ipoh is famous for is Concubine Lane, or Second Wives Lane. You can probably guess why it's called that, and this dates back to the 1890s. Ipoh used to be a big tin producer. It was one of the biggest tin producers in the world, and as a result there was a lot of male workforce, and therefore there was a need for
female
workforce, and that's where Concubine Lane came in. We spent a little bit of time down here. The honest answer is this is a very short lane, and now it's just filled with tourist town. There's no other way of describing it. It has some historical value, but in terms of Concubine Lane, there's nothing really there to see.
This area is part of the old town though, so it's well worth a look around, and you'll see some of the famous murals here too. We're going to get to Mural Lane, but there are some murals in this area too, and a museum and kind of a tourist information historical centre as well. So Ipoh is famous for its white coffee. You have to excuse me because I'm really, really hot. It's very hot and sweaty. So we're going to try this. We are at Old Town White Coffee. It's actually really nice. Quite sweet. If you drink coffee normally without sugar, it tastes quite sweet. But I think this has condensed milk in, which is why it's sweet, I'm sure. But it's very nice. And I've also got some handmade soup, I think it is. Looks like we've got mushrooms, and I think it had chicken in as well, I'm not sure. So I'm going to try it. She did tell me it may be a little bit spicy. Oh, it's nice. So we've got a chicken broth. We like vegetables in it. I can see we got spring onions. I'll try a bit more, but I won't let you see my chopstick skills. So we've now come to Mural Arts Lane, and guess what I found?
When we were in Penang a few years ago, we saw a lot of the murals in the Georgetown, I think it is, and they were produced by Ernest Zakharev. Apparently somebody from Ipoh saw this and invited him over to go and do the same thing in Ipoh. We knew about this and we wanted to go and see Mural Arts Lane, so we took some time to wander around. Now, although Ernest Zakharev started this, local artists have taken it on from then, but the actual initiative only started in 2014. So although it's 10 plus years old, it's still continually growing.
The Mural Arts Lane is located in the new town, so we've already seen the old town where Concubine Lane is and some other murals. Mural Lane is in the new town area, so there's not quite as much around here to see apart from the lane, and it is only one short lane. It's not the cleanest area either, but it was still well worth a visit to go and see for sure. Not as big as the art area in Georgetown in Penang either. It's literally one lane. In Georgetown, it's all over the place. Well worth a visit if you haven't been there. So this is much, much smaller, but again, like I said, well worth a visit to go and see.
So here we are at Coco Craft Bakehouse, which is just around the corner from Concubine Lane in Ipoh. And we just popped into this place mainly because it's got air conditioning. We have English breakfast tea, strawberry bomboli, which we think is a donut, passion mango sparkle, cappuccino, and a vanilla bomboli, which again we think is a donut. I guess we'll find out in a moment. And this lot came to about 51 ringgits, which is about 12 US dollars.
So it looks like a donut.
Slightly warm. I think it's a donut. Maybe a bit different.
Nice though.
Not bad, not bad.
So this is my mango passion fruit. Oh my god, that's amazing. Oh, that is so good. Really tart and really fresh. Really, really nice. Try the cappuccino with a double shot. Oh, I've got passion fruit pith in my tea. That's nice. Put hairs on your chest, that will, and it's nice. Very strong. Maybe didn't need the extra shot.
Hi, so we're in Ipoh, and this is Sam Poh Tong Cave Temple, which is a limestone temple dating back to 1912. We've just got in a grab to come over here. It was 13 ringgits on the grab. It's 8:30 in the morning and opened at 8 o'clock.
We appear to be the only people here, which is good.
Nothing here at the moment. We're just in the front, so we haven't actually gone through into the temple yet, but we're going to take you along and see what you think. You walk into the cave and you will see the shrines, and there is the ability to buy offerings that you can leave there or light some incense sticks. You carry on from there and you walk through the other side of the cave, and then you are in this courtyard area. This is really picturesque, and you've got the background of the caves all around you, and then on the right hand side you'll see a turtle or tortoise lake, where you can pay money to feed the turtles or tortoise, and they're quite active in jumping into the actual water rather than just climbing down. There's some quite large ones in there. One of the things that really struck us about this place is we were here at 30 minutes after opening, and we were literally the only people here. And on our travels, everywhere becomes so famous, it's very difficult to actually find anywhere where you are literally the only people there. It only lasted for about 20 minutes until another group arrived, but it didn't get busy at all.
The other group that were there was just a family of 4. They were very friendly, and one of the gentlemen was actually Chinese, and he said to us that a little pond of turtles were there because the Chinese believe that the turtles promote longevity of life. So in case you were wondering why there were turtles there.
As you leave the cave and go back towards the road, you'll see this ornamental garden, which is very picturesque and had a lot of fish in it. Next to it is 2 other cave temples. We only went to one on this occasion because of the steps, and we had other places to go today. But there are 3 temples all on this one part of the road. So if you're that way inclined, you can go and see all 3 easily in a day.
The following day we booked a private tour and our guide picked us up at 7 a.m. It was an early start to go to the Cameron Highlands. The drive there was about 2.5 hours. It's a pretty slow road, and we basically did a loop up through the mountains and then back and around into Ipoh.
Our first stop of the day was Hobbiton, and yes, this is a tourist attraction based upon The Hobbit. We're not in New Zealand where The Hobbit was filmed, and it's just set up to be a kind of representation, a bit of a tourist attraction. There's a couple of these kind of places in the area. We didn't get a chance to go in because we got there before it was opening time, but we took a photo just out the front.
Our next stop was going to be at the Cameron Valley Tea Visitors Centre. They have several located around the plantation. This is just one we stopped at. Really, it was more of a photo stop, honestly. We weren't here long. Walked up, walked around, had a look at some tea leaves. That was kind of it at this stop. I think in this place, in this section as well, they also run kind of ATV tours and some more kind of more adventurous stuff if you're into that.
We made a total of 3 stops at tea plantations. So Cameron Valley is very famous for tea production. And although tea production is not a major export for Malaysia, this area is very hilly and is very scenic. And tea is always grown on hills, as we know from Sri Lanka and a few other places that we've been to. So we actually made a total of 3 stops. We did a visitor centre. We were going to do a tea factory tour, but we did one in Sri Lanka, so we didn't bother with that. We did try some other flavours of tea. We went to Boh Tea.
And there was a scenic lookout point here at Boh Tea as well.
So there was a few stops. This is a very tea plantation heavy day, and that's really what the Cameron Highlands is about. So that's what you're going to see is the picturesque scenery, the hills and the tea plantations. Oh, that's really nice.
That is really nice. I did not think I would like mango tea, but that's nice. Oh, that's really nice.
Doesn't taste anything like tea.
No, it doesn't. So we're here with the flavoured teas, and this is green tea latte, which sounds a bit nasty, but that's okay. The flavoured ones are really nice. The caramel is lovely, and so is there's a mango one, which is really nice, a cold one. Our next stop was at the Rose and Orchid Garden. Now this is like a sort of, how can I describe it? Almost like a garden centre, come petting zoo. There's lots of different roses and orchids in here, and in fairness, they are doing a lot of work to try and maintain it. Our guide told us that there's actually, I think, only like 3 staff members here. The place does look a little bit sad, although there's a lot of flowers to look at and a lot of different varieties, and our guide did know what a lot of them were, as did I, even though I told him a couple because we used to own a flower shop. So there's a couple that I knew that he didn't. There is a small petting zoo, which is a little bit sad. The animals look well cared for, but there's not much room. There was just some rabbits and goats while we were there, some tortoise, and a few birds. It's not the greatest place to visit, I have to say, even though I did enjoy talking to the goats. They obviously understood everything I said as well. There was a little cafe area there. We had an ice cream as well and a little viewpoint. Wasn't the highlight of the trip though, and I think for Westerners, and the guide accepted this as well, for Westerners the standards were really not up to what we would hope for animal care.
And I think the guide did explain he struggles to find other places in Ipoh in the Cameron Highlands to take people to, because there are a lack of tourists there, and there's not enough people to perhaps keep these things going and maintain them.
And other places of interest, there was a lavender farm, and I asked him about that as well, and he said, you know, Europeans are not interested in seeing a lavender farm because we can see it in Europe, for example. And there was another animal place as well, which looked even worse, I have to say, than the place we went to. So just be aware, it is, very much a tea-focused trip. One
of the benefits of going with a guide is he can communicate with with locals far easier than we can ever do, and he takes us to places that perhaps we wouldn't go to. This was a farmer's market, but it wasn't the main farmer's market. It was just off to the side. There was less crowds, and he knew everybody there. He was talking to them all. We had free samples of food, and one of the things about this tour, it's a very food heavy tour as well. You will not go hungry. There were samples of food, there was
fruits
and cooked food and all manner of different things. Far more food than we could have ever eaten in a day. And that's before we even stopped at the restaurant.
As part of our tour, lunch was included. Although our tour guide was Malaysian, he was of Indian descent, and he took us to an amazing Indian restaurant.
White radish. This one eggplant. So you can see radish, eggplant, and then this is a soya meat meal maker. All right. So it's called meal maker to alternate some of the thing. You know, sometimes people vegetarian they opt for this.
Okay.
And this is a pickle.
Okay.
All right, it's a vegetable pickle. All right. A mint chutney. Right? It's called mint chutney.
Mint chutney. Oh, I like that actually.
So this is rasam. It's a soup. Don't do it now. After the end of your lunch.
Okay.
It's very much for digestive. Use the tamarind, you know, they make it use from tamarind and they put some herbs inside and it's for digestive. Once you eat, then papadam.
Love papadums.
Yeah. You can try with the mint chutney.
Thank you.
Are you okay, sir?
I love papadums. So we just had lunch at Yash Banana Leaf, and it was
On a banana leaf.
And it was delicious.
But the winner was
Traditional.
the Boh Tea was the best.
I like the papadums too. We had a mutton dish and a chicken dish, all absolutely delicious. And traditional South Indian food. It's really good.
In Malaysia. We were due to stop at a traditional village, but the weather was so bad, we just went on to our final stop, which was the Lata Iskandar Waterfall. And as with the theme of this tour, we stopped again for more food. We really didn't need it, but we went to 3 or 4 different food stalls. But the waterfall was very picturesque. This was in dry season, and we actually have seen a video of it during the wet season, where it nearly takes the bridge out. It's a very powerful waterfall. But we just took some photos and video and then proceeded on our way back to our hotel in Ipoh.
So we've had our few days in Ipoh. We just packed up ready to leave today. We're going to be headed back on the train to KL. So what did we think to Ipoh? We arrived on Wednesday and today's Saturday. We're going to be leaving today. And on the first day you saw, we just had a wander around the city, and then yesterday headed to the Cameron Highlands. So what did we think? Was it worth it?
Well, I think the telltale was a couple of people we spoke to were at Prince Court. Both said, why are you going to Ipoh?
But they were from here, to be fair.
They were from here.
And it is often a bit like that with your hometown. I think you are a bit like, why are you going to my hometown?
And I think that there isn't a lot to do here. You only really need a day in Ipoh to see as much as you really want to.
If you were going to do the Cameron Highlands, I think what we did, you needed 2 days. But
yes.
A day in the city is probably enough. You could easily go to a couple of temples and then walk around the city, try some food.
Concubine Lane.
Go to Concubine Lane.
White Coffee.
And one day you'd really be kind of done, honestly. But it was still nice to come and have a bit of a change of pace from KL. So I definitely think it was worth it. And it's only like, I don't know, whatever it was, $8 or something on the train. It's not.
It's
and the hotels here are cheap.
Yeah. Once we've been it, we're not coming back.
I wouldn't come back.
A Concubine Lane's a bit of a weird thing. It's a very short road, and all that's there is
tourist hat shops,
and that's it. There really is no.
The old town is nice though to walk around with the murals.
The murals are very Penang.
And if it was cooler, I mean we're here in May and it's super hot. If you were here when it was a little bit cooler and you could walk around a bit more, I think you'd be able to do more as well.
Yeah.
So in fairness, you know, we came here as a last minute, and it's been really, really hot.
And I'm glad we did it. We saw the temple. Probably should have gone to the other temple.
Yeah.
Cameron Highlands is a long day. Lots of tea plantations. But yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad we did it.
I'm glad we did it. Yeah, I would definitely suggest it as a couple-day stop if you wanted a break on the way up from KL to Penang, for example. Or like us, you just wanted a bit of a break from the city for a change of scenery. It's been nice to come here for a change of scenery, much cheaper here than KL as well, as you would expect. But yeah, I don't think it was a wasted journey. I think it was good. The hotel's been okay. It's not been open long, it's not been reopened long, so I think they still have some teething issues for sure. But it's not quite up to like what you would expect of international kind of Marriott standards, but pretty good, you know, honestly, isn't it?
It's a conference hotel, that's quite clear.
Yeah, and I think there's some tour groups here as well. But it's been good for what we wanted, clean in the main and okay value. So yeah, Ipoh for a couple of days.
But that's about it. So thanks for joining us on our tour of Ipoh and the Cameron Highlands. Like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.